already see that Drake is crashing out. But this is not the first time we've seen this type of behavior before. Let's talk about it. A lot of times when we see stars crash out or do something crazy and, morally stupid, the first thing we do is we say that they're celebrities, but they should know better. But that's farther from the truth. Just because you've been successful, you've made money, and you've done things that we can show respect to, doesn't mean that the things that you've done when you were little won't come up now. Now, I'm not here to talk about Drake's past because I have no knowledge of his past. But what I do have is information and knowledge about the type of person that Drake is becoming and where I've seen this before. Let me explain. Usually when you go through your life, you usually meet different types of people. You meet the fun guy, the guy who's ultimately fun all the time. Then you meet, the person who has all the fashion and all the gear. Then you meet the girl who's the prettiest in the school. You see all of those type of things. But then you also see the characters of people when you're going through life. And I want to talk about the 3 types of people that you've seen before in your life that relates to what Drake is doing right now. Now let's talk about Drake. Got in a rap battle, provoked the rap battle, said something personal in the rap battle. Then when Kendrick Lamar responded in a personal fashion, now he's upset. Now he wants to, throw lawsuits at people. He wants to sue companies. It's like a full emotional crash out. He's not taking defeat well. He's not taking losing a rap battle well. Well, where have we seen that before? Let's think about it. Let's talk about the first person that we've encountered in our lives that has this type of behavior. Person number 1, the kid that keeps losing in video games that hates losing. The kid that's losing in video games that hates losing. Now, if you was young and video games was around when you was young and you was playing, you always had a knack for learning the buttons, learning the strategies, learning how to win. You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some. It happens all the time. It is usually, especially for men, it is usually our first encounter with being competitive. If it's not sports, if it's not you playing basketball or playing football, it's usually video games where you enter the level of competitiveness. Now, with that, you usually have a couple type of people that's playing video games. The one who's just happy to play. The one who has all the video games, so they always play and they let everybody else play. And then you have that 1 or 2 kids, whomever. Usually you encounter this kid, by yourself, or at least there's never 2 of these kids at the same time. That's what I'm saying. And this kid is the one who hates losing. They don't like it. They hate losing. But not only do they hate losing, because everybody can hate losing, that's okay. But being a good sportsman is the key for everybody enjoying themselves. Now, this kid, what he does is he's talking all the trash, talking all the shit, saying that he gonna beat everybody. He got his own controller, yada, yada, yada. And now when it's time for the kids to play, turns on the game, he scores one time, talking trash. Scores again, he's talking trash. And then all of a sudden, the person that he's playing is quiet, getting focused. You guys following me? Quiet and getting focused. And all of a sudden, the tables start to turn. Now you're hearing this kid who hates losing. Oh man, why that happened? Oh, the controller broke. Oh, man, you cheating. You start hearing all of these different things of why the game is not going in their favor. Okay. Then when he loses the game, he screams, he yells, he calls everybody stupid, and he throws the controller. Sometimes they might go as far as break the actual game. They going overboard. They doing too much. And we all say it's just a game, but not to them, not to that little kid. That kid feels like you're trying to destroy him in the game and you're trying to destroy his character. Maybe you might be talking trash or not. You may say, oh, you trash, you weak, I won. Is that trying to destroy somebody's character? So now this kid that hates losing, now he starts to shed a tear. Now he's crying and he's saying, I hate you, I hate you. Now all of a sudden the parents come in the room, whomever's parents, depending on whose house it is. And then all of a sudden they come in the room and say, hey, what's all this commotion? And then the kid who's losing says, they was calling me names and they was talking trash to me. Now he's the victim. Now. Have you seen this before? Do you have a kid like that operates in that manner? We've seen this before. That's what Drake is operating as. Talking trash, think he on top, initiate the beef, throwing shots, starts playing the game, gets in a rap battle, losing the rap battle, complains, wants to sue, end cycle, repeat cycle. That's what's happening. Now I got to talk about the next person. Number 2. There's 3 people that you've met before that embodies this type of behavior. And I'll close it off once I get to the 3 people about why this type of information is important. Number 2. Now, I know a lot of guys is going to feel me on this. A lot of the girls kind of not going to understand too much that you might understand. But hey, let's just go for it. The guy who messes up the 2-man. The guy who messes up the 2-man. Let me explain what a 2-man is. A 2-man is one guy is with his homeboy. This one guy is politicking a girl. And he wants to link up with the girl for whatever. He wants to talk to her. He wants to, kiss on her, whatever the case may be. He likes her, right? So then he says, come over to my house or I'm going to come to your house, whatever the case may be. Usually it's like, come over to my house. My parents are not home, yada, yada, yada. Then his homeboy says, and this is the homeboy who I'll explain. So this homeboy says, hey, ask her, do she have a friend? And then he said, okay. So he asked the girl, hey, you got a friend that could come with you? Because my homeboy is right here. And he asking, do you have a friend? And then she say, yeah, I got a friend that's with me. I'm going to bring her with me. And then she says the number 1 question, is your homeboy cute? Whether he's cute or not, the dude is going to lie and say, yeah. He's going to lie because he wants the girl to come over. So he's going to lie and say, yeah, on behalf of his homeboy. And his homeboy going to be like, good looking. Thank you. So the girl eventually comes over. Now, in my day, you used to have to take the bus to get over there, or you wasn't finna get dropped off by nobody. So you have to take the bus. So that's just how it was. Nowadays, this Uber thing is going on. You can Uber to a girl house. You can Uber to a guy house. Yo, it's crazy. Let me finish the story. The girl gets to the guy's house, or the guy goes over to the girl house. However it happens, whoever has the parent who's at work a grip and the house is open. However it goes. Once they get in the house, you know what I'm saying? The main guy with the girl that he wants to talk to, they go veer off, somewhere, living room, bedroom, bathroom. I don't know, whatever. I'm not really trying to talk about all the freaky stuff. I'm just saying the connection of all of this, right? Then the other dude, which is the guy that we're going to focus on now, he links with the friend of the girl. Okay, so now the one thing that people forget is that in these situations, a lot of times the two guys never really know or understand how the other guy is going to react. This may be the first two men that they own, so you don't know how your friend is going to react. So in this case, this friend is super excited. He talking loud, he laughing, he trying to crack jokes, she not laughing. Then he tries to be a little bit assertive with romancing or whatever. She not feeling it. She just trying to, she's trying to ease into whatever's going on. And he's being overly obnoxious. Long story short, he figures out that she not digging him like that because he being a weirdo. He being a full weirdo. So what he decides to do, he decides to wild on her and scream on her. He decides to do, I don't want to talk to you no more, or whatever. He throwing a fit. But then not only does he throw a fit, he walks in the other room with his friend, busts through the door and be like, hey, yo, man, let's go. Let's go. I don't like her. She get on my nerves. So not only did you ruin your situation, you also ruin your man's situation who set it up. Don't that sound like somebody? Don't that sound like a scenario? Not only is he going to mess up what he got going, he don't know how to be player and talk a good game. He don't know how to be smooth and work his way into whatever he got going. He don't know how to be a non-weirdo. He just doing weird shit. So then now, on top of that, he mess up his man's situation, and now they gotta go home, or now the girls gotta go home, depending on who's at whose house. And he done messed up the whole situation. Don't that sound like somebody? Not only does Drake want to sue UMG because he lost in a rap battle, he wants to ruin every chance that new artists have in trying to be a great artist that has support from the machine. The machine done gave Drake everything he could possibly want. And he's still not satisfied. He don't know how to take a loss. That's the problem. We've seen these guys before. He don't want to take a loss. Number 3, before I close out, this is the last guy that you've seen. I'm pretty sure a lot of my colleagues still see this guy today. Number 3, the supervisor who lies on all of his employees to keep his job. The supervisor who's kissing ass and lying on his employees just to keep his job. This supervisor, he's obnoxious, he's rude, he's mean, he talks trash to the employees, he tries to boss them around. He's not a leader. He's trying to be a dictator. He think he on top of the world because the people that's above him are not the ones that are actually in the building, in the office. They're corporate people, so they check in every quarter or every month. So he's the boss of the building at that time. So he talking trash. He think he the man. He think he can flirt with every girl he want because he's the boss. He think he got everything. He on top of the world. He getting his bread. He getting his salary. He think he on top of the world. So then, his co-workers may be a girl that he likes, maybe a guy that he try to put the work extra, and the guy's not tripping. He just going to work and do his job, do his 8 hours, get out of there. But the supervisor want to overly be assertive. Do this. I need this done by 4. I need this done by 1. Man, pick up the pace. He want to do all that so he can show to the girls that's in the building that he the man. He's showing off. You know what I'm saying? He not letting people, he not letting men, get a day off, or he not letting women get a day off to go on vacation or whatnot unless they, be nice to him or do something for him. Yeah, that guy. You've seen that guy before. You probably work with him right now, and he gets on your nerves. Then on top of that, the way his demeanor is, he not a smooth guy. He not an easygoing guy. He's somebody that's always doing something extra. He's obnoxious. He gets on your nerves. His jokes is not funny. When he gets an employee that actually is funny and hilarious and cool to be around, he don't like that guy. But guess what he's going to try to do? He's going to try to befriend that guy that's funny, the regular old worker. Now, something goes wrong in the department, and all of a sudden corporate needs to come down. They need to assess the situation and figure this thing out. Now, the supervisor is this same guy, but now he's panicking. He's panicking because he might lose his job. So guess what he does? He doesn't tell the story the way the story's supposed to go. No. What he does is he placed the blame on his employees because he don't want to get fired. So when corporate comes in, he says, this man, he didn't do this. This woman, she didn't do that. This person, she didn't do that. Oh, and this one was trying to flirt with me. He goes out, he tells on everybody because he doesn't want to take the blame. He don't want to take the loss, and he don't want to keep it real. He wants to blame it on everybody else. Do you see where I'm going? Does this sound like somebody? And then he wants to say to corporate, hey, I'm just trying to make sure that the company stay afloat. I'm trying to make sure that all the people, in the company and our customers are okay. I'm trying to make sure that it's good for the next generation. Don't that sound like somebody? Now, in this case, those corporate people, they're not UMG. Those corporate people is hip hop. These employees are the people who was really trying to hold them down. So those are the UMGs and the Spotifys and the people who've put him first. See, y'all thought that the corporate people I was talking about in this story was UMG. No. That's hip hop. Hip hop is trying to make sure that they stay strong to exist for years and years to come. This is the problem when you bring people who are not of the culture in the culture and give them a pass. They need to work for the respect just like everybody else do. To all y'all Drake fans, I appreciate the fact that y'all Drake fans. But the problem with y'all is y'all don't keep it real with Drake. You guys don't keep it real with Drake. Y'all can hate me all day. Y'all could be in the comments talking trash all day, and I'll debate y'all. But the one thing y'all don't do is keep Drake honest. If it's a song that's not really that good, y'all don't care. Y'all gonna say it's the best song in the world. If it's something that Drake do that's not cool, you don't check him on it. You don't say that's wrong. You don't publicly put it out there that that's wrong. Sleeping with other rappers' women, that's not cool. Especially when you've done records with them. The one person who put you on, Lil Wayne, he gave you your shot. You slept with his girl while he was in jail. I don't understand what y'all not getting. This man needs to be honest with himself, and his fans need to be honest with him, because what he's doing right now is not good for him, it's not good for the culture, and it's not good for the future. We've seen these type of guys before. We've seen the kid that hate losing in video games. We've seen the guy who messed up the 2-man. And we've seen the supervisor who lies on his employees just to keep his job. We've seen these people. So why don't y'all recognize the behavior and check it accordingly? Recognize the behavior and check it accordingly. It's going to make hip hop better. It's going to make Drake better. It's going to make everybody better. I'm just saying. And y'all want to call Kendrick Lamar a bully? Well, how about this? Before I get out here, how about I say this? Sometimes bullies are necessary. I know people who are successful. I know people who's rich. And I'm pretty sure the people who built these Fortune 500 companies had bullies. Because you know what bullies did? Bullies kept you honest. You might have been scared of them, but it kept you honest. And when you grew up and you got past that bully stage, you realized that you want to keep people honest too. Not by bullying them, but by just being a good person and making good decisions. And right now, Drake is not making a good decision. Not for himself, not for hip hop, and not for the future of our artists. What do y'all think in the comments, man? Hit me in the comments. I want to talk to y'all about this situation. Do you feel like Drake's behavior and his crash out behavior is conducive to him in his future? Or do you feel like he's just going crazy? And what do y'all think he should do to alleviate this situation and save his soul? Because it needs saving, like Kendrick Lamar said. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Y'all already know it's more content coming. Y'all got me over 1,000 subscribers. So I'm about to go crazy for y'all. I'm going up with content. I got a lot to say, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. And if somebody has not subscribed, make sure y'all send them the video and the link and tell them to subscribe. I got a lot to say, man. Y'all already know what it is. Peace, blessings, and workload.